Are you looking for the best motherboards for Ryzen 5 5600X? In this video we will look at some of the best motherboards for Ryzen 5 5600X. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 5. MSI MegaX 570 Unify Motherboard. Similar to ASUS, MSI also offers a few motherboard options for those who do not have any budget restrictions and want the absolute best performance numbers with great overclocking support and connectivity options for high-end computers. MSI's MegaX 570 Unify motherboard for Ryzen 5 5600X is another great option if you want to get the most out of your AMD Ryzen 5600X processor while having all the features you would want from a motherboard. To make all of its features and connectivity options possible, it uses a full-size ATX form factor. As for the CPU support options, this motherboard is based on the AMD X570 motherboard chipset, which is paired along with the AMD AM4 socket. Because of this chipset and CPU socket, you can use this motherboard for both the AMD 3rd Gen 5000 series and AMD 2nd Gen 3000 series processors. Moving to the memory support offered by this processor, it can be used with up to 128 GB memory thanks to its 4 memory slots. And since this motherboard is great for overclocking, you can run this memory at up to 5000 MHz speeds. Another great thing about this motherboard is that you get a total of 5 expansion slots, which includes 3x16 expansion slots. Another great thing about this motherboard is that it is excellent for high-speed storage since you get 3x M.2 SSD slots with it, which also offers support for PCIe Gen 4 SSDs for the best possible performance. Although, this motherboard only has 4 SATA ports, which is slightly lower than most other options. You will also find wireless connectivity options like Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5 with this motherboard. While this MSI motherboard has the standard 1x24-pin motherboard power connector, it comes with 1x8 plus 8-pin CPU power connector, which results in superb overclocking performance. And just like the previous MSI motherboard, this one also features a 3-year warranty for reliability and durability. Uses the ATX form factor. Offers the AMD X570 chipset and AMD AM4 CPU socket. Supports AMD 3rd Gen 5000 series and 2nd Gen 3000 series CPUs. Offers 4 memory slots for up to 128 GB RAM at up to 5000 MHz. Offers 5 PCIe expansion slots with 3x16 slot. Features 3x M.2 SSD slots and 4 SATA ports. Provides 2x USB 2.0, 2x USB 3.2 Gen 1, 3x USB 3.2 Gen 2, 1x USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-C, 1x2.5 GB Ethernet, 1x optical out, 1x PS/2, 5x audio ports. Supports Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5 wireless connectivity. Uses 1x24-pin motherboard power connector and 1x8 plus 8-pin CPU power connector. Comes with a 3-year warranty. Number 4. ASUS ROG Strix X570E Gaming ATX Motherboard. ASUS also offers high-end options for those who want a motherboard for Ryzen 5 5600X without compromising on features or performance numbers, which is to be expected at such a premium price tag. The ASUS ROG Strix X570E Gaming Motherboard for Ryzen 5 5600X is the most premium and an excellent high-end motherboard model given here. As you would expect from such a high-end motherboard, it uses the ATX form factor for excellent connectivity options, as you will see down below. Talking about its CPU compatibility, this motherboard has the AMD X570 motherboard chipset, which is paired along with the AMD AM4 CPU socket. As a result, this motherboard can be used along with the AMD 3rd Gen 5000 series and AMD 2nd Gen 3000 series processors. Since this is a high-end motherboard for Ryzen 5 5600X, it uses a total of 4 memory slots. With these, you can install up to 128 GB memory, which can be used at up to 4400 MHz, which is to be expected. Unlike other budget options, it features a total of 5 expansion slots, where 3 of them are full-sized X16 slots for graphics cards. Taking a look at the storage options of this motherboard, you will find a total of 8 SATA ports, which is standard at such a high-end price tag. In fact, this motherboard also features 2x M.2 SSD slots for superb storage speeds thanks to PCIe Gen 4 support for these SSD slots. In fact, this motherboard from ASUS also features Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.0 connectivity for all your wireless networking needs. Because this is a high-end motherboard, it also offers superb overclocking performance, which is made possible thanks to its 1x24-pin motherboard power connector and 1x8 plus 4-pin CPU power connector. Similar to its entry-level ASUS TUF motherboard options, this high-end one also features a 3-year warranty. Uses the ATX form factor. Offers the AMD X570 chipset and AMD AM4 CPU socket. Supports AMD 3rd Gen 5000 series and 2nd Gen 3000 series CPUs. Offers 4 memory slots for up to 128 GB RAM at up to 4400 MHz. Offers 5 PCIe expansion slots with 3x16 slot. Features 2 XM.2 SSD slots and 8 SATA ports. Provides 7x USB 3.2 Gen 2, 1x USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-C, 1x HDMI, 1x DisplayPort, 1x GB Ethernet, 1x2.5 GB Ethernet, 1x optical out, 5x audio ports. Supports Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5 wireless connectivity. Uses 1x24-pin motherboard power connector and 1x8 plus 4-pin CPU power connector. Comes with a 3-year warranty. Number 3. Gigabyte X570 AORUS Elite. Gigabyte is another viable option for all those of you who are looking for computer components and want to have pretty great performance along with versatile features on a motherboard for building your next computer. This Gigabyte X570 AORUS Elite motherboard for Ryzen 5 5600X is present in the 3rd position in this article because it can be another great option if you want to go with a high-end chipset motherboard without paying a premium for it. To be exact, this motherboard for Ryzen 5 5600X uses the AMD X570 motherboard chipset paired along with the AMD AM4 CPU socket. Because of this, you can use this motherboard with AMD 3rd Gen 5000 series as well as AMD 2nd Gen 3000 series CPUs. You will also find a full-size ATX form factor in this motherboard, resulting in decent connectivity. For starters, you get a total of 4 memory slots on this motherboard. With these, you can install up to 128 GB memory that can run at up to 4733 MHz while using this motherboard. Unfortunately, you will only find 4 PCIe expansion slots on this motherboard, where only a single of them is a X16 expansion slot. However, thanks to the full-size ATX form factor, this Gigabyte motherboard has not been compromised in terms of its storage options, as you get 6 SATA ports and 2 XM.2 SSD slots, which also support PCIe Gen 4 SSDs for the best performance. Unfortunately, this motherboard from Gigabyte made for the AMD Ryzen 5 5600X does not offer wireless connectivity options like Wi-Fi 5 and Bluetooth 5. Thankfully, despite having just 1x24-pin motherboard power connector and 1x8-pin CPU power connector on this motherboard, it still offers decent overclocking performance. You also get a 3-year long warranty with this Gigabyte motherboard, which is always great to have for longevity and peace of mind. Uses the ATX form factor. Offers the AMD X570 chipset and AMD AM4 CPU socket. Supports AMD 3rd Gen 5000 series and 2nd Gen 3000 series CPUs. Offers 4 memory slots for up to 128 GB RAM at up to 4733 MHz. Offers 4 PCIe expansion slots with 1x16 slot. Features 2 XM.2 SSD slots and 6 SATA ports. Provides 4x USB 2.0, 4x USB 3.0, 2x USB 3.1, 1x HDMI, 1x GB Ethernet, 1x optical out, 5x audio ports. Uses 1x24-pin motherboard power connector and 1x8-pin CPU power connector. Comes with a 3-year warranty. Number 2. MSI Mag B550 Gaming Plus Motherboard. Even though MSI is another great option when it comes to choosing high-performance computer components, MSI also offers value for money and entry-level motherboards similar to ASUS, which can be great for budget-oriented computers. MSI Mag B550M Mortar Max Wi-Fi Gaming Motherboard, a high-performance solution for gaming enthusiasts. Compatible with a variety of AMD processors, including the latest Ryzen 5000 series, this motherboard supports DDR4 memory for enhanced multitasking. With PCIe 4.0 and Lightning Gen 4x4 M.2, it delivers fast gaming experiences, and the premium thermal solution ensures stability during intense gaming. The motherboard's enhanced power design and Wi-Fi 6E connectivity provide efficient power delivery and reliable wireless connections. AMD AM4 compatibility for Ryzen 5000 series processors. DDR4 memory support up to 4400 plus OC MHz. PCIe 4.0 and Lightning Gen 4x4 M.2 for fast gaming. Premium thermal solution with extended heatsink and 2 ounces thickened copper PCB. Enhanced power design, 8+2+1 duet rail power system, digital PWM, core boost, DDR4 boost. Wi-Fi 6E connectivity for reliable wireless connections. Sleek micro ATX form factor. Number 1. ASUS AM4 TUF Gaming X570 Plus, Wi-Fi. ASUS is one of the best options out there if you are considering high-end computer components, since it offers pretty great performance even with its entry-level options with the TUF lineup of computer components as given down below. The ASUS TUF Gaming X570 Plus motherboard for Ryzen 5 5600X is present in the first position in this list, since this is a great entry-level option without compromising on features. Starting with the form factor of this motherboard, it is a full-size ATX motherboard. As for its CPU support, it uses the AMD AM4 socket along with the AMD X570 motherboard chipset. With these, you can use AMD 3rd Gen 5000 series and AMD 2nd Gen 3000 series CPUs with it. Coming to its memory support, you will find a total of 4 memory slots in this motherboard, which allow you to install up to 128 GB memory. This memory can be used at a pretty high memory speed of up to 5100 MHz, which is one of the highest out there. While this is a full-size ATX motherboard, you only get 4 PCIe expansion slots with it, where only one of them is a X16 expansion slot. Thankfully, the storage options on this motherboard are quite decent, since you get 6 SATA ports with it. It even includes 2 M.2 SSD slots, where both of them support PCIe Gen 4 connectivity. In fact, this motherboard also supports Wi-Fi 5 and Bluetooth 5 connectivity for versatility. For powering all the various components of this motherboard, it uses 1x24-pin motherboard power connector and one X8 plus 4-pin CPU power connector. Since ASUS is a fairly reputable brand of computer components, you also get a 3-year warranty with this motherboard. Uses the ATX form factor. Offers the AMD X570 chipset and AMD AM4 CPU socket. Supports AMD 3rd Gen 5000 series and 2nd Gen 3000 series CPUs. Offers 4 memory slots for up to 128 GB RAM at up to 5100 MHz. Offers 4 PCIe expansion slots with 1 X16 slot. Features 2 M.2 SSD slots and 6 SATA ports. Provides 4x USB 3.2 Gen 1, 2x USB 3.2 Gen 2, 1x USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-C, 1x HDMI, 1x DisplayPort, 1x GB Ethernet, 1x optical out, 1x PS/2, 5x audio ports. Supports Wi-Fi 5 and Bluetooth 5 wireless connectivity. Uses 1x24-pin motherboard power connector and one X8 plus 4-pin CPU power connector. Comes with a 3-year warranty.